It's interesting to watch how that affects the ability to press full court because there's a little bit more space. Looks like the Patriots starting out here in man.
Arisman's pass is nearly stolen there by Phillips, but the ball will go out of bounds.
And she has some length. You saw the good finish there. Looks like she's the tallest player on the court. So it's good to see that she can also move and contest and try to get that steal there.
Arisman to the basket, and she'll be fouled inside by Alana Phillips, who will pick up her first personal.
I'm sure Coach Williamson over there is going to suggest that she keep her hands straight up there. Got the around the back free throw routine there.
Arisman will miss the first free throw. She hit a three-pointer up top just the last play. As we're a minute and a half into this national championship ball game.
This team starts 2 Arismans. This is a theme in homeschool basketball. We have a lot of games where we have siblings out here playing together, which is awesome.
Handling the pressure there is Matichek. There's going to be a turnover. Out of bounds.
I think she had her teammate Alana had a step there on her defender, but didn't realize the ball was coming.
They'll get the ball in.
Pressure here by the
Lease
Patriots.
up the right side of the floor. She's trying to feed it down floor there to Savannah Smith, but weren't able to connect there, and Fort Smith will get the ball back. It's some more full court pressure here, this time being shown by Kansas City. They're going to return it there to the backcourt. Matichek down the floor to Phillips. Phillips, the drive to the basket. Floater, it falls as it rolls around the rim.
She's already shown an ability to finish. And again, she's got some size on her, so KC's going to have to find a way to maybe keep her from catching.
And that ball will go out of bounds. And it will be with the Patriots here. 3:51 to play in the opening period. An advantage for Fort Smith. They're trying to get this ball in.
Wisely inbounding into the backcourt there.
Harper Cooley with the basketball now. She's guarded by Savannah Smith.
Well, KC Metro doing a good job of fighting through the dribble handoff screens.
The drive inside and the pass. Cooley had to save it. And it's going to be a jump ball between Phillips and Arisman.
Phillips came from way the other side of the court to do that. You know, in 12U basketball, a lot of the result depends on possession, so maintaining or getting yourself extra possessions is important.
Mavericks.
Good backdoor cut there. I was just about to say they're pushing them out. They need to maybe look at cutting backdoor.
The shot's going to be blocked by Phillips, and the Patriots will get the ball again, and you can tell that Alana Phillips is just that X factor here for the Patriots.
Yeah, and they have size at several positions here. They're a little bit bigger and taller.
And again, Alana Phillips to her left hand, and a 6-3 lead. Up the floor, they're pushing it. Phillips going to get the steal. They're just not connecting on those long passes trying to break this pressure.
Yeah, I think the Mavericks are going to have to look at trying to get the ball side to side a little bit on offense to shift the defense and maybe get a paint touch and then a kick out to make Alana move a little bit more there and not be able to just stand in the paint and block shots.
Here's the drive, and then on the drop-off to Muldrup. Back out Arisman.
She's correcting traffic there, telling her teammates where to go.
Three-pointer blocked. Rebounded by Phillips, and she'll get it over to Ritchie. Caitlin Ritchie up the floor for the Fort Smith Patriots out of Arkansas. Ball's going to be broken up. Out of bounds.
We've got an energetic crowd here at 9 a.m. this morning. We got the drums going.
That's what's so cool about this tournament. Whenever each organization has a team in the championship, they all try to show up to support here.
One of the things I loved immediately about homeschool basketball is that you'll have high school kids supporting, a lot of times younger siblings, but sometimes no, they're just other kids in the organization and walking around setting a great example of supporting the younger ones, giving them something to look forward to, and set an example of how they should act when they're older. So love that. Got a nice high screen here, looking for the attack. Oh, he traveled there. The sea parted there. She could have just kept going in the lane, but.
So Metro's ball here on the sideline, and throwing it in will be Elizabeth Lease. She tried to get it in. It's stolen by Phillips.
It's kind of a theme here. Stolen by Phillips, blocked by Phillips.
And Metro trying to take her out of the game there in the post, but she just goes to work. She's got all 8 points here for the Patriots, and there's going to be a timeout here called by Metro. 8-3 ball game advantage for the Patriots here early, and the Mavericks probably going to try to figure out a way to at least stifle Phillips just a little bit.
Yeah, if you look at the two sides of the court here, there is just they are significantly bigger, significantly bigger on the Patriots side. So much like the game, the varsity game last night in the Final Four, where the West Michigan Hornets were just way outsized with Lily Williams on the Firebird side. You had to run a couple bodies at her. You had to make it hard on the passer so they can't get the ball down to her. They play man, but the way they play man, the way they rotate, it's swarming, and it's a lot of times even zone-like in preventing people from getting into the paint. So, we might have to look at making some adjustments here on how we're playing defense for the Mavericks.
Kansas City's ball out of the timeout. They trailed by 5 here in the first quarter, just over a minute to go. Arisman over to her sister, and now feed to the wing. A drive.
Yeah, the Patriots really disruptive here on defense, making it hard, for them to get anything inside the three-point line. Every pass is difficult. And again, that's probably a function of their length.
You get it into the...
It's going to be for a corner three here, I think. Oh, let's see. And then the rotations there, they're all the way there.
Three-pointers air ball, Phillips the rebound. And now the Patriots are up the floor. Just under 40 seconds to go in the opening period here. And out of the corner. Trying to feed it in. It's broken up, stolen. There's going to be a foul from behind on Alana Phillips. That'll be her second.
Now, that's something to keep an eye on because she has been their offense up to this point in the game. That is one way. That is one way to stop a player if you can help get them in foul trouble. I also, there, as the ball was trying to go in, you had a smaller guard running in from the outside to try to contest, plus you had somebody behind her kind of applying some pressure.
8-3 ball game. Over to the right side of the floor. We're going to see a drive here for the Mavericks. A little fumble. Get it back to Arisman. He'll get a screen. Driving into that lane. Floater off the bank. Doesn't go. And it will... The body's crashing out of bounds, and it'll end up with Patriots basketball. And with just under 10 seconds to play, they're looking for the last shot. 8-3.
Metro will apply some pressure so they can't get an easy look. See if they're aware of how much time is on the clock.
Cooley guarded. Back to Cooley with one.
Yeah, I don't think they were aware there. Not surprising. This is 12U basketball. So.
And the first quarter comes to a close, folks. It's a lead for the Fort Smith Patriots over the KC Metro Mavericks, but not an insurmountable lead. 8-3 is the score after one.
Interested to see what kind of adjustments will be made here in the second quarter for the KC Metro Mavericks. They, like I said, you might have to do a better job of preventing the ball from going to Alana Phillips, because once it's gotten down there, she may have missed once, but not more than that. So I think she's maybe either 4 for 4 or 4 for 5 from the field. She's also really disruptive on defense. That last attack by the Mavericks, they got a little floater. That might be the kind of shot they're having to look for, or get in the paint and kick it out, make her move, because you'd like to, if you're them, draw another foul on her to maybe limit her playing time in the second half and limit even the playing field a little bit size-wise. Like I said, the Patriots do seem to have a bit of a size advantage at every position. But But you want to try to maybe counter that with speed, with ball movement, and then energy on defense, and making sure you don't let her get any catches. And they brought in number 4 here. She's getting a little more physical with her. That's Shiloh Farrell. Maybe trying to get her to catch just a little bit higher. See if she can finish from higher as well as she can down low on the block.
Also play there for Fort Smith as they lost the ball. Is broken up by Muldrup. And now Phillips comes away with it.
Lot of energy here on defense for the Mavericks. Farrell with the foul there.
I think they're going to call it on Arisman.
Oh.
They threw up the 11.
Okay. I did think it was 4 there, but as I've said all week, we don't have the benefit of replay.
Phillips the drive, she'll miss. And the Mavericks with the rebound. They trail by 5 with 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Up top there is Kinsley Arisman on the feed inside to Farrell. Oh. And she'll be fouled by Phillips. And that will be her 3rd personal foul. And that can change the game here.
And that's kind of a wrong place, wrong time. I mean, not that it's a bad call. I mean, there was contact which caused Farrell to go down, but she was just kind of standing there. And that's why you have to limit your fouls early, because there's always going to be 1 or 2 judgment calls.
Harper Williamson is in the game for her. Here's the drive. Ball's loose and gotten by the Patriots now. In control by Caitlin Ritchie. They'll feed it over to Williamson.
This is Coach's daughter here. She's actually only 11 years old, and she plays on this team and the 14U team for the Patriots that was the number 1 overall seed coming into this tournament. And I understand she plays a good amount of minutes on both teams.
Inside to Ritchie. She's stripped underneath. And the ball is with Arisman.
That's a similar look to what we saw Phillips have in the first quarter, except it went down almost every time. But I do think the energy and the moving on the flight of the ball for the KC Metro Mavericks here has gotten better. Like they're rotating a little bit quicker, collapsing in as the ball goes into the post.
Arisman on the feed to her sister up top. Minute and a half into the second quarter. Muldrup, double dribbles on the play.
And, the spacing there wasn't really, really very good. They were kind of close to each other. At all levels of basketball, spacing is important, but especially at the younger levels, because if you catch the ball and your teammate and your teammate's defender are really close to you, that makes it hard to make decisions, and you don't have space to operate.
Trying to feed it into the post there. Not able to connect. And we're going to see the ball go back to Kansas City here. 8-3 ball game. It's kind of stalled out on the scoring here. And now you have Alana Phillips on the bench who has all 8 points.
Well, she had done most of the scoring overall for both, as far as both teams are concerned. They had the early 3 there for the Mavericks, but haven't been able to get a look since then.
Arisman on the floater. It was contested and it missed. And now Williamson with the basketball for the Patriots.
Nice change of pace hesitation there.
She was trying to hit Matajek on the back cut, but she ended up getting fouled and pulled down, and the foul is going to be against Muldrup, which will be her first second-team foul of this quarter.
Notice Williamson there directing traffic. One of the younger players on the court, she was instructing her teammate what to do there on that play. So looks like she's got the makings of a good point guard.
5-second violation there against Fort Smith. Now Metro pushing the tempo up the floor here with Savannah Smith. Muldrup out to Arisman.
Like I said, for the Mavericks, almost every catch is tough.
That three's blocked. And this height is really messing with KC because Kansas City, they do have some good ball handling and good quickness.
And they beat good teams to get here, so you know they can score.
Three-pointer misses. Oh, wow, and it's taken back here by Fort Smith. Going to be a jump ball, though. That was Kaylor Johnson getting in there.
And, she had a teammate right here on the wing to outlet, but she didn't see it. That's coaching at this level is as much about development, but really more about development than winning. Letting players know when you first catch that ball, take a screenshot, look up the court, see if you can advance it. Well, I thought she had a step there to drive. But
Smith gets the ball taken there by Johnson. The Patriots back with it again. It's Williamson up top. On the cross.
And the Mavericks still continuing to struggle to score here. The good news is they've been able to stop the Patriots from scoring in this quarter, so hasn't gotten out of hand yet.
Cooley on the miss. Arisman the rebound, getting it back to her sister here. That is Kinsley Arisman on the swing now. Fumbled a little bit and gotten back.
Got a good cut to the basket.
Lease. Outside three-pointer.
Yeah, she was looking at that corner the whole time. She just kind of lost it and couldn't get a clean pass out. I think they were looking for that three in the corner for Arisman. That's the only points they have so far is that early three, which was really the only good look that they've had from three. Well, I should say kind of from anywhere other than one floater in the middle. The length continuing to be the issue for them.
Fort Smith basketball. Just under 2.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Screen and an attack here for Williamson. Good decision to retreat, bring it out of there. We're going to get another rescreen and the reject there by Williamson.
Williamson on that drive. Ball was batted out of bounds. Will be Fort Smith's ball on the baseline here. Just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Looking to get it in here is Johnson. And Matichek coming off the screen. She'll drive right. She's stripped.
Yeah, the crowd wanted the call there. There was some contact, but she was a little bit out of control. I think that was a good no call.
Arisman to the basket. She misses. And a kick back outside. That's Kinsley Arisman who misses there. And the putback. There's going to be a foul. And Metro has an opportunity to put points on the board again as they're able to draw the foul underneath.
Good job by Farrell, getting in position, having inside position there to get the rebound. Didn't have much choice but to foul her, or that would have been an easy putback.
First free throw does not go right there for Shiloh Farrell. She's got another one, and you need every point you can get. You only have 3 points. It's nearly halftime here. They've done a good job defensively. Farrell will make the second.
As I said, the bright spot for them, despite the scoring struggles, is they've been able in this quarter to keep the Patriots from scoring, primarily because of the foul trouble for Alana Phillips. Oh, nice.
Williamson on the nice feed inside of Matichek, but she misses at the cup.
This is a nice little point guard of the future here. She's got pace. She's using the hesitation. When she drove, she was able to retreat out at this level. That's a big deal. A lot of kids can get downhill, but then, once they get there, they don't have a counter if somebody stops them. And then we got the pick and roll with the nice feed to the post. So really been impressed with her game.
Pass was a little too low there. And it's out of bounds. Fort Smith Patriots with the basketball. Just under a minute and a half to go in the first half. 8-4 game. And you got Williamson up top getting the screen from Matichek. She's going to feed it back inside to her. She's working against that defense. She misses at the cup. And Fort Smith can't really get anything to go down. They lead 8-4, but they have not scored in a long while.
Nice move there.
Arisman, nice pivot. Lease for three. Knocking it down. What a heat shot there for Casey Metro.
And that was the first really good, clean look. You had the nice move there by Arisman. She got by her man and then kicked out. Lease had her feet set. That's a great look. And on the other end, you have to think, oh, man, that's...
And a find to the basket. Counted and one.
Coach Williamson told me she's 11, but she'll play a big part in what they do, and I can definitely see that. You have to imagine that this same pick and roll with Alana Phillips is going to be unstoppable if they're able to play together in the second half. They haven't been in here at all, but a nice finish that time by Matichek.
Free throw goes down for Matichek. She's got 3 points, an 11-7 ball game lead for the Patriots.
First player to get on the board besides Phillips for the Patriots.
Lease up the floor. She just hit a three-pointer last possession. There's going to be a foul.
A little bit of a bump there.
That's Kayla Johnson with her first. Third team foul of the quarter.
Take another opportunity to say this game has been well officiated, as have been every game so far that I've done on the broadcast. A lot of consistency. Some have been called tight, some have been called a little looser, but they've been very consistent, and that's what you want from officials.
Fort Smith able to regain possession and feeding it over to Cooley. Hitting it inside. Matacek, step back three. And it's an air ball out of bounds with 14 seconds remaining in the first half. And so Metro will get another opportunity here.
I think if I was the Patriots, I might have liked to hold for the last shot there. But that is a tall order at this age because sometimes if you try to hold it, you end up turning it over. But they have a solid point guard. So
Harrisman on the step back, down to two. Ball's going to be tipped. Hustled down for us. That's how the first half will come to a close.
Nice defensive stand there for Williamson, not letting her get a look at all.
11-7's the score after 2 quarters of basketball. It's a lead for the Fort Smith Patriots out of Arkansas. As we said earlier, a repeat of the Heartland Championship ball game where the Patriots were able to edge Metro out 37-31. The road to the title game for these teams, if we look at the KC Metro Mavericks, they were the number 2 seed in 8A. On Tuesday, they started off with a 37-13 win over the Northside Lions, followed by, on Wednesday, a 51-38 win over the San Marcos Panthers. And then yesterday, a 36-30 win in the 8A gold ball game against the Thesa Riders. Able to pull that one out. For Fort Smith, they were the number 1 seed in 7A, obviously as a Regis champion. Beat the Lighthouse Chargers 51-16 on Tuesday. Beat the FBCHA Eagles 41-21 on Wednesday, and on Thursday beat the Little Rock Flames 37-28 to win the 7A gold ball. So these teams have had a tough, long road. I mean, you have to win a good few games to get here to the Undisputed National Championship ball game. And they're both here in 11-7. We are at the half.
Yeah, I'm familiar with all of those, a lot of those teams you listed off from the Big South. San Marcos Panthers, Thesa Riders, FBCHA, the Flames. Those are all very good basketball teams. So San Marcos and Thesa in particular pressure you full court. So to get by those teams, that's a solid team. So I expect to see the Mavericks mount a fight here in the second half to try to overcome a very small deficit. Actually, they've taken it off the screen for some reason, but I think it's 7-11. So looking forward to doing some work at the table over there trying to get it straight.
11-7 is the score. We'll step aside and be back for second half action. We're back for second half action right here on the campus of Drury University. It is the KC Metro Mavericks taking on the Fort Smith Patriots. It is an 11-7 ball game, and the Patriots start off nicely with a Matacek bucket at the rack there.
Again, on a pass from Williamson, she's really come in and taken control of the game. You know, we worried for the Patriots that having their big who'd scored all their points go out would be a problem, but Williamson's gotten easy looks for her teammates. Some have gone down, some haven't, but it's helped them maintain this lead.
Three-pointer on the way, knocking it down is Caitlin Ritchie.
That's their first 3 of the game. All their scoring has been inside up to this point.
But what a great start here to the second half for the Fort Smith Patriots. Scoring on their first 2 possessions, they extend the lead to 9.
And, you know, Coach Williamson electing to keep his host, who did all the scoring in the first half and was the anchor of the defense on the bench here in foul trouble, it's looking like a good decision because they've come out strong. And you know, if you can get us extend the lead just a little bit and then bring her in to help you close it out, good decision.
Williamson the drive. She'll step back. Ritchie on the post feed to Matichek. Turnaround shot blocked from behind there.
She's had
by Farrell.
more success if, she's catching it facing the basket kind of on a cut or after the screen and roll. Back to the basket, we saw Phillips have a little bit more success than she has.
Nice drive to the right-hand finish for Arisman. Kinsley Arisman, she's done some things, but that's her first bucket of the ball game to cut it to 7. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Williamson over to Ritchie on the right wing.
Mavericks have shown they have an ability to shoot it, and being able to get to the rim helps open up that shot a little bit more.
And the Patriots want time. Coach Williamson calls timeout. Got a 16-9 ball game. Great start to the second half by the Fort Smith Patriots, getting a bucket at the rack immediately and then getting a three-pointer from that right wing. Casey Metro able to answer with a layup from Kinsley Arisman. But if you're Coach Williamson, what do you tell your girls? You're up 7, and Casey Metro is going to be coming at you. What do you tell them?
Yeah, you want to value possessions, ball security, make sure, you catch in triple threat, look for your next teammate. We don't need to take any unnecessary risks. I think they've done a good job of controlling pace. And here, their game shifted a bit when Williamson came in. They went to some more screen and roll. She had some paint touches where someone cut to the basket and she got the ball to them. So I think more of the same, but also remembering we have a lead, they can't score when we have the ball, so we can be patient. Oh, that was almost backcourt there.
So they don't call it there. Williamson will get it to Ritchie, who's guarded by Farrell. A feed inside to Matichek to the basket. They're going to call that a foul.
Yeah, at this level, you've got to be coaching individual development as well as team skill and, reminding to inbound one step back there in the backcourt so you don't play with that half-court line. I'm sure her coach, who is her dad, will remind her about that.
First free throw does not fall for Matichek. She's got another one. Kinsley Arisman going to come out of the ball game, I think, for the first time in the game. After committing her second foul there. Second free throw does not go either for Matichek. They're going to set up an open right wing three that will be short. Cooley on the offensive board.
That looked good. You have to wonder if the fact that this is a college court and she's probably doesn't realize she's on the college line was maybe the issue there. Looked really, really good, was just short. Oh, got a foul there.
Oh, there's going to be a foul from behind against Kaylor Johnson, who will pick up her second. Very good defender here for the Patriots. She didn't like the call.
She did not. She's still questioning whether, but there was some contact there.
Arisman the drive, a kick outside.
Yeah.
Oldrup.
Early, I was looking for this. I was looking for some drive to kick it out to get some easier looks. And, a lot of times, if you can get a drive or a paint touch and kick it out, then you'll have success on that second drive or paint touch, and that's what you saw there. You made the defense move, and then you're able to draw the foul.
First free throw goes down for Arisman.
Not surprised. She came out and hit that first three of the game with a nice stroke there. So she's also got the nice round the back free throw.
She's got 5.
Routine, yeah. She's shooting that with confidence.
She's got 5. They're going to cut the lead to 5 again. The Patriots went up by 9. Looked like they might run away with it, but the Mavericks bringing them back in.
Have to think if it gets too tight here, they'll bring back in Phillips.
Matichek misses. Rebound is pulled in by Arisman. Here come the Mavericks. A 5-point ball game with 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Her drive, a kick outside.
And again, she's getting her shoulder by and then able to kick it out to give other people opportunities to attack a closeout. And then we got the step back.
Arisman with the step back three and missed it to the left. So we're still 5 points between these two teams, just over 3 minutes to go in the third.
I think there was maybe a little bit of confusion there on the offense for the Mavericks because Coach imploring them to run 6. I don't know what that means, but she really wants them to do it. So this homeschool basketball features a lot of excellent coaching. You'll see good execution from the 10U level all the way to varsity. Good amount of contact there.
Matichek in the post. She'll be fouled. And the foul, I do believe, was against Sylvia Muldrup, her second. And to the free throw line against Matichek. Last 2 free throws for her did not go, but she will make that one.
She's done a good job once Phillips has gone in of staying active and making up for the scoring that they're lacking once Phillips was out. She's got, by my count, 6, make that 7 points here between the second and the third quarter. And we wondered where they would get their offense since the whole first quarter was all Alana Phillips.
They'll get that ball in to Savannah Smith. Dealing with defense here. 7-point game. 2:40 to play in the third quarter. Here's the drive from Lease to the left side. Now Muldrup into the basket. Reverse layup will not go. Good hustle there from Farrell. There's going to be a foul, and it'll be against the Patriots. That foul will be against Caitlin Ritchie, which will be her second personal foul, and Metro will have it again on the baseline.
Be the third in the quarter. That's something to keep an eye on. You definitely don't want to get in the bonus if you're the Patriots and give them easy looks at the free throw line.
And they'll kick it outside.
I haven't mentioned, other than the length of the Patriots, their defense, but a lot of times if the other team is smaller, they might be faster, and that becomes a challenge with you moving your feet. But they move their feet well and are defending well. Nice steal there by
Williamson with the steal, but she ends up traveling and she had nowhere else to go.
Yeah, I complimented her earlier on her. She drove, she got stopped, and she pulled it back out. That time she kind of went up without a plan. Would have been okay to pull it out there, but that's something that she'll develop as she gets older.
They get the ball into Arisman in the backcourt. 7-point ball game lead for Fort Smith.
I also don't mind that mistake there on her part because she got the possession in the first place. Nathan gained, nothing lost. Nice attack there.
Nice drive there from Kinsley Arisman to the basket. And she's able to get that bucket, and she's got 4 points. Leads cut to 5 once again. And Metro wants to get a couple stops so they can get over the hump here. Matacek in the post. Kick outside. Ritchie for 3. No good, short. Williamson, the offensive rebound, but she will throw it away trying to feed it to Matacek.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but just couldn't quite get it there. The Mavericks in the first half, they were just a little bit too stagnant, and so it was allowing, the Patriots just kind of stand in the paint like they were right there. And, again, that was an attack without much movement left to right. When they move the ball left to right first, make the Patriots move on defense, play defense. The average high school team only plays defense for 7 seconds, so I'm sure it's much lower at the 12U level. You move side to side, then you have a better chance of getting an open look, an open drive.
Harper Williamson is the one to pick up the foul. The Mavericks looking to get it in. There's another foul inside.
Yeah, I think holding there, preventing Shiloh Farrell from getting position.
Fouls on Ritchie, her third.
And that is the 5th in the quarter. So now for the last minute and 25 seconds, the Mavericks will be in the bonus.
And for the Patriots, Coach Williamson determined to keep Alana Phillips out to that fourth quarter, I'm assuming. Because now you got Ritchie with the same amount of fouls as Phillips, as well as Kayla Johnson, are both in the game. Second free throw goes down. Leads cut to 4.
Yeah, you really, really don't want to get in a bonus in that game like this where you have the lead. I don't know about other coaches, but as soon as it changed to the rules like they have in NCAA women's basketball where you have double bonus at all times, no more 1-and-1, I really try to avoid, unless it's late game situation where I need to be, being in the bonus.
And with the ball now is Arisman. Drive to the left side. There's going to be a travel.
Again, a little more patience on offense.
Williamson pushing it up the floor. Just under a minute to go in the third. 4-point game between these two teams. Ritchie against Farrell. Oh, she lost the ball. She got it back. She's trying to feed it in.
Yeah.
Farrell got a hand on it. It's almost a steal, but it's a jump ball on the floor.
Yeah, that the whole catch there was shaky. You asked me earlier, what am I talking about on the Patriots coast? Ball security. Like, they can't score when we have the ball. catch it firm in a wide stance, pivot, find a teammate. Worst case scenario, we could call a timeout, or you can hold it for 5 seconds. And that's a dead ball turnover instead of a live ball turnover. I don't want to give them an opportunity to get an easy look because our half-court defense has been working. So we don't want to turn it over and let them get going the other way. So that's probably something he'll talk about at the quarter is, be strong with the ball, make sure you have good ball security.
Feed it over the top. Muldrup on the drive. Ball was deflected. Picked up by Williamson with 30 seconds to go in the third.
Ken Farrell cutting to the basket there.
Three-pointer for Richie. Doesn't draw iron. Goes straight out of bounds.
And now you're going to give the Mavericks another opportunity. She was a little disappointed in that result. Probably also further out than she normally is, but her coach encouraging her. It's okay. Just keep playing.
Coach Leslie Smith of the Mavericks will call the timeout here, and they want to get something real good for the end of the third. Because if you're able to score here, you make it a one-possession game going into the fourth.
And this, if you take away the first quarter where the Patriots won 8-3 on the strength of Phillips basically being unstoppable in the paint, it's been just even since then. So expecting a good fourth quarter. Let's see what the Mavericks draw up. See if they're able to hold for a last shot. You'd like to. Like I mentioned, at a varsity level, I think that's almost an automatic that you hold for a last shot here. At this level, we're going to run our offense and hopefully get a layup or an easy look and be able to maintain possession and score going into the fourth. Build some momentum. Patriots wisely applying a little pressure so they can't kill clock by walking it slowly up here.
And here's Aerosmith with the screen from Lease, and there's going to be a foul. They got her on the arm.
Yeah, this.
That's going to be Matichek with the foul, and that's going to be 2 shots here for Aerosmith. And putting Kinsley Aerosmith to the free throw line probably not a good idea because these Metro Mavericks, they can shoot the basketball. And so just giving them free shots at the foul line. Kinsley Aerosmith will pop out the first one. And if you're a Mavericks fan, you got to be like, oh, you want those to go in.
Yeah, with the double bonus, you feel like most good shooters are going to at least hit one.
The second one.
And she does.
Goes down.
I noticed she goes with the less flashy, a little less flair in her free throw routine than her sister.
And here's Williamson with the ball. Down to 10 seconds left on the third. Got to feed it over to Richie. From the right wing. Stolen by Lease. And the Mavericks could get a shot off, but I don't think they're going to. And that will be the end of the third quarter. Heading into the fourth, the score's 18-15, a lead for Fort Smith. And Coach Leslie Smith does not like the no call there. She wanted the foul there.
Yeah, time was expiring.
I think what the official was saying is that the time was done by that point. I think Coach Smith disagrees there, but we're going to head into fourth quarter action. 18-15 ball game right here from Drury. They're going to get the ball in here. The Fort Smith Patriots with the basketball. Alana Phillips back in the ball game for the first time since early in the second quarter. They'll give it to her in the post. She'll work against the defense. Hook shot's no good. And the rebound's gotten by Aerosmith.
She was a little bit lower than I would like if I was the Mavericks, but they did a good job of being physical. Might even have had a case there if you're the Patriots. There was a foul. We've got
Richie up top. She'll pull the three. Nearly made it. Ball's tipped by the Mavericks out of bounds. Aerosmith had her hand on it trying to get the rebound, but was not able to corral it. and it will go to the Patriots here.
And the Mavericks just really, really active on defense. You see Farrell's just not letting her get an easy look. She's making an L, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. The only thing I would say is I'd like her to catch a little bit higher, not so close to the block, but I'm not sure Farrell can push her out much more. It looks like Phillips might just be a little bit stronger.
Alana Phillips drawing the foul there against Shiloh Farrell. And so now on the baseline, getting the ball in will be Johnson. Here's Matichek working against Lease. Tried to feed it into the post. And I think the ball was deflected.
And, that is another thing I mentioned early. One way you can stop a post is make it too hard for the guards to pass it into her. I think given a little instruction here on the post, what is and is not a foul.
They get it into Matichek. The jumper, no
good. By Farrell.
Rebounds loose, gotten by Arisman. She's going to drive. She's going to put up a floater. It does not go. And the rebound there by Cooley.
And then Arisman, almost got that steal there.
And now Patriots with the basketball. 3-point game, they lead. A feed inside. Good hand from Lease out of bounds. And the Metro Mavericks doing a good job of deflecting some of these passes that they're trying to get into the post.
They are, as well as a good job of, getting physical and making it difficult for Phillips to catch. It was Farrell at first. Now Lease that time was.
Oh, good find of the basket for Matichek. She's got 9.
Was that Matichek or Johnson? I think.
It was Matichek.
Okay.
And Arisman for 3. Oh, it nearly went. Rebound pulled in there by Ritchie. And it's a 5-point game. Matichek on the feed inside to Phillips at the basket for the finish.
That's a really good look. She had the position there. Every other possession, they've been physical with her before she got to the block, but she got there that time and was pretty hard to stop.
Leads now up to 7. Arisman, the three-pointer does not go. Three-pointer's not falling right now for Kansas City, and there's going to be a timeout called by the Patriots. 22-15, the Fort Smith Patriots get Alana Phillips back in there, and she's making her effect known as they had to focus very hard on her. They had a streaking bucket to the basket, and then she got a putback there as we got a 22-15 ball game with just over 4 minutes remaining. What do the Kansas City Metro Mavericks need to do to get over this hump? They have not led this game.
Yeah, I think the same things they were doing in the third quarter, and then they are to start at the beginning of the fourth. Of course, it really felt like momentum shifted towards the Mavericks towards the end of the third. They got a couple buckets. They also had the points at the free throw line, but we knew it was going to be more difficult in the fourth when Coach Williamson came back with Phillips. And I think they started with good energy and making sure that Phillips didn't catch too low. She always had one, if not two people touching her. I've been coaching some 12U girls this year. Like, you have to tell them a lot. You got to touch people. You got to. They got a forearm in her back, making an L, pressure in front. So they've got to make sure that they focus on that. Now, that being said, they're doing a really good job of that. And then the Patriots got somebody else. I think it was Matichek slicing to the basket there and scoring. So, it's kind of a catch-22 when you have other people who can score, because then the next time you're thinking a little bit more about that, and they were able to get a clean entry into Phillips. So I think I'm going to go with make somebody else beat me. So I'm going to focus on Phillips. But Lise here is doing a good job trying to front a little bit, shifting her position. You see, Phillips isn't all the way down on the block. If she catches all the way down on the block, it's really, really difficult. So making it a little bit harder, making the catch tough, making the pass tough, those are the things they can do to try to be disruptive.
Mavericks got the steal. Jumper from Arisman is good. A three-pointer from the right wing for Carslyn Arisman, who's got 9 points.
And that was her second of the game. She opened the game with a 3. Oh, we got the travel here.
Oh, wow, they're going to call that
a little bit of contact there. But again, let's talk about ball security. You have a lot of size on Arisman here if you're Matichek. So, be strong with the ball and pivot, and then the foul will be a little bit more obvious.
Arisman's shot was no good. There's going to be a foul there. Going to be against Johnson. That'll be her 4th personal foul. We got a 4-point ball game with 3:23 to go. They're going to get Williamson back in there. Going to come in for Phillips.
And correction, that was actually Caitlin Ritchie who got the foul there. That should have maintained possession.
And correction, coming in for Johnson, not in for Phillips.
Yeah, I can't imagine we're taking Phillips out at this point for the Patriots. She's going to have to make it.
This is the first time Williams and Phillips have played together as well in this game, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, very interested to see, that pick and roll look because they've been so physical with Phillips. Be nice if I'm the Patriots to pull her away from the basket, let her set a screen, see if how well the Mavericks guard the pick and roll. Do they hedge? What are they going to do here?
Under 3 minutes to go. To Ritchie on the wing. Feed to Phillips. To the basket. Her shot's good. To put their lead up to 6. Big play there. And Alana Phillips with 12 points. And the ball's going to be stolen
by Williamson. Heads up play there by the point guard.
And now it's Matacek up top. Going to freeze the defender now over to the wing. Looking to feed it into the post. Does to Phillips, through her legs, is stolen away. And now Harrisman up the floor. Finds Lease. Lease the drive to her right, putting up the shot. Oh, it nearly went, but it misses. Phillips the rebound.
Yeah, that hurts for the Mavericks when you're trying to make a comeback.
And the Patriots have the ball again. Just over 2 minutes to go in the Undisputed National Championship game for Girls 12U. This is homeschool basketball, folks. 24-18 lead for the Patriots.
Really, really close back. The Mavericks have never taken the lead, but they've taken the momentum a couple of times. They just haven't been able to get over the hump. We got Williamson patient with the ball here.
Here's a drive to the right, trying to feed it inside to Phillips,
nice
and she
feed.
does
That
for the bucket.
High-low, yeah. That high-low is tough. Good timeout here by the Mavericks. I think we got to try to do something a little bit different. Earlier in the game, I might try a zone because they're so much smaller, see if the Patriots are able to hit threes, but tough to do that in this situation where you have to gain possession, so we're just going to have to try to swarm, maybe throw a double at Phillips. Again, try to defend the pass a little bit better, make that tough. I want to say the Fort Smith Patriots from Arkansas, they're from a town of about 60,000 people, but look at the number of girls they have over there.
Yeah.
I was talking with Coach Williamson there, the number 1 seed at 14U, even though they're kind of a young team there. I don't know if they have older teams, but they don't have older teams in D1 that I've seen in recent years. But he's really building this program from the bottom up. So you expect to see them in a lot of future games as this group grows together, because this is a solid group. We've got solid point guard play, a couple of bigs who are good at finishing. That pick and roll was really, really good with Williamson, and I think it was Matacek. So really good execution. And these Mavericks also, got a lot of shooting talent, a lot of hustle. They're battling. They're outsized a bit, but you can't tell it by how hard they're fighting. Got a little drag screen here.
Harrisman going to get the screen from Lease on the drive. Kick outside to Muldrup. And back out to Lease. Lease now attacking to her right. Pump fake here from Smith.
Oh, I thought Phillips was going to go for that. Still might have thought about it because of the fouls. Needs to make sure she stays in for the team.
Here's Lease.
Last minute, 28.
Drive in. Her shot's blocked by Cooley and picked up by Ritchie.
It was a theme early, and it continues to be a theme. The length of the Patriots really, really bothering the Mavericks.
Just over a minute remaining.
After that block and gaining possession, Caitlin Ritchie, I commented she could have, had a little more poise against the press earlier, but they're very poised, encouraging her team to settle down, take their time, be patient. I'm sure during the last timeout, that's something they talked about. We have the ball. They can't score. We got to make them scramble. They're going to have to foul to get the ball back. So we want to make that difficult for them and take as much time off the clock as possible. And they did there, didn't quite catch the clock at the start of that possession, but I estimate that was at least 20 seconds they took off the clock there.
And that's going to be a foul there against the Mavericks. Patriots back again on the sideline. That's only the second team foul for this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to need to foul a little bit quicker, but the challenge is they've got to catch Williamson to foul her there.
And Williamson is fouled there, so that's the third team foul now. Still have one more foul to give.
The crowding, imploring them to foul. I think they're trying. It's just Patriots, with that length, they can kind of pass over the top and make them scramble. This is also a big court, like a lot of ground to cover for 12U legs.
They get it into Matichek, who's fouled that time by Shiloh Farrell, which is her second. That's the 15th foul, and that'll put them in the bonus here. As the Matichek will shoot 2 at the foul line. Jaylee Matichek with 9 points on the game. She has been a huge factor for the Fort Smith Patriots in the ball game as she gets into double figures. Alana Phillips was out for pretty much the majority of this ball game, almost about half the game. And she's been playing the whole time and been doing well. She misses that one. Phillips going to get the rebound. Wow, and what a huge one. That's a backbreaker.
Does it. Yeah, Williamson and Matichek just really took over and controlled the game when Phillips came in, got the lead for him, was in foul trouble, missed most of the second, all of the third, and then it's come in to help him settle in. You know, at this level, if you can score a couple of different ways, it's really hard for another team to overcome that. And they were able to score easily on the block, and then they switched to using that pick and roll. And congratulations to them. And for the Mavericks, they're sad here, and it hurts, but no reason to hang your head being the second best 12U team in the entire country.
Fort Smith Patriots are the undisputed national champions of homeschool basketball for girls 12U. And they win 27-18 over the Kansas City Metro Mavericks in a game that stayed interesting all the way till the end. And the Patriots were able to push away. And you can see the Mavericks, definitely a tough loss to take, but you got to give them a lot of credit because they're not even a big team. That's just pure skill and talent.
Yeah, pure hustle. And again, I said a couple times they were able to take the momentum, but couldn't quite get over the hump to take the lead. But great game. Great. We've had 2 good games to start off the day, and looking forward to a day full of undisputed championships here at Drury.
Yeah, we're excited about this, but I'll tell you this: up next, we got a really good one. How about a couple of stories here? You got the JAHE Patriots taking on the Shoreline Breakers. How about a fresh new boys 16U undisputed national championship game coming up next? And Scott Staten and Jeremy Caldwell will be bringing that to you. But this is Trellis Williams alongside Amy Curtis. We appreciate you for joining us. The Fort Smith Patriots are the champions of girls 12U in the nation in homeschool basketball. Congratulations to them. We out.
You are going to call the game?